Hi, how are you doing? My name is Rohit and I'll be breaking down the 62nd match of this year's IPL, which saw the Royal Challengers Bengaluru taking on the Delhi Capitals in the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. And in a sort of back and forth affair that ultimately ended up in a comedy of errors, the Royal Challengers Bengaluru won very comfortably by 47 runs, netting themselves a massive net run rate boost, a leg up in the playoff race, and Delhi's season may have just been sunk. They're not mathematically eliminated just yet, but they might as well be because their net run rate took a massive blow. And how they took a massive blow? Mainly because of fielding errors. Delhi won the toss, elected to bowl, as you would do in Bengaluru. However, they did not take advantage of the opportunities that were presented to them. Multiple drop catches, and these are not, those tough chances or those half chances or you just throw a hand up and you pray it sticks. No, these were regulation sitters. These were catching practice catches. And there were just drops everywhere. And it gave reprieves to players like Virat Kohli, Will Jacks, and Rajat Patidar, who all went on to make really solid contributions to RCB's innings. Virat Kohli, 27 from 13, 3 sixes, massive impetus start. Will Jacks, 41 from 29, his good form continues. Rajat Patidar, who has been the revelation for RCB in this back half of the season. In the last 7 innings, he scored 5 50s, including today, 52 from 32. What's even more important, all these 50s came from 30 balls or less. He has been phenomenal for RCB. And it's that middle order spark that RCB was lacking in the first half that they finally found, and has led them onto a 5-game winning streak, including today. Cameron Green's finally starting to come good with the bat as well. And sometimes you just need a little bit of luck to go your way, and almost all these players were dropped. Some of them even multiple times. And as a bowler, you're only thinking, well, what can I do? And honestly, I don't know. But credit to the DC bowlers because they did not give up, and they did very, very well to pull back. Because at the halfway stage for RCB, they were at 110 for 2. They finished with 187 for 9. In the back 10, they went for 77 runs, and they lost 7 wickets. Massive, massive turnaround from the DC bowlers. And unfortunately, the bats just couldn't do enough. Just errors over and over again. You know how I said that DC kept dropping regulation catches? RCB was taking absolute screamers. And it felt like those players had a magnet in their hands because every single time a ball went up in the air, it felt like there was a fielder right next to it, right under it, and it fell softly into their hands. And sometimes fielding is the difference between winning and losing. It was certainly a difference today for RCB. Their massive fielding prowess was 100% the margin of victory. They took their catches, DC did not. And it all starts with Will Jacks taking David Warner's catch at the boundary in the first over. And I get it, you want to provide an aggressive start, you want to be positive out the gate. But when you already scored a lot of runs early on, because Jake Fraser-McGurk does what he does, he gets a few runs on the board already. But that doesn't mean you have to attack from the other end as well. If the ball's there to be hit, okay, hit it. But if it's not, be content with just pushing it around, getting a single. Because here's the thing, runs are runs. And more importantly, you don't lose your wicket. You do not open the floodgates. Fraser-McGurk himself got run out very unfortunately. Abhishek Patel hits the ball back towards the bowler. The bowler gets a mid on it. Ball ricochets into the stumps. Fraser-McGurk is short of his ground. He's run out. And Abhishek Patel also does not do much. He tries to pull one, goes up in the air, is caught softly. Shai Hope and Akshay Patel started a good partnership. And unfortunately, after Shai Hope went out, that's when things started to go south immediately. Things were already going bad, but Shai Hope's wicket was effectively when it went from going south to an absolute nosedive. Because it was just Akshay Patel and Tristan Stubbs, and Tristan Stubbs' overeagerness plus an absolute dot from Cameron Green. He picks it up, just chucks it at the non-striker's end. Stumps are everywhere. Tristan Stubbs on replay is nowhere even in the frame. This man was gone. And then it was just the Akshay Patel one-man army, and here's the thing. With Akshay Patel still at the crease, with 5 overs left to go, DC only needed 61. They could easily get those 61 had there been more players. But it was just Akshay Patel and then the tailenders. That was realistically never going to happen. Akshay Patel tries to force a shot. It doesn't go anywhere. He gets dismissed, and the rest of the DC team is wrapped up in short order. And so what does this mean? DC is effectively eliminated because their net run rate is nowhere near good enough that even if there is a 14-point logjam, meaning even if they win their next game against the Lucknow Supergiants, and all the other results go in their way, creating a multi-team tie at 14 points, it's not going to be enough. For RCB, if things go their way, they have a virtual quarterfinal against CSK next Saturday in Bengaluru. And the calculations are already in. To surpass CSK on net run rate, RCB either needs to win by 19 runs or they need to successfully chase down whatever total CSK sets in 18.1 overs or faster. So that's the equation for RCB. The calculators have done their job. And now, it's time to see the rest, because we are entering the final week of this year's IPL, and we've got 3 playoff spots and 7 teams in contention. Only one spot's been locked up. Only 2 teams have been officially eliminated. So, who's up for some calculation madness? And who's ready to see a lot of insanity, really? It's been a fun year, and we are rolling into the playoffs. But we still got a week left, so hold on to your seats just a little longer. This ride ain't over yet. With that, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back for the next one. Have a good one.